Another thing I wanted to revisit from that second leadership conversation is really breakdown must happen before breakthroughs can occur. Another way to language that, disruption precedes integration. So old buildings must be cleared out so space can be made for new and better. So in organizations, all the change we're going through is actually incredibly good. All the old ways of thinking, being, delivering value must fall apart and be cleared out so that new and even better organizations can be built. So your team can become even better. So you can create even more innovative, excellent products and services. So you can birth genius level value into the marketplace so you can build fanatical followers that will help you win. And of course, the whole book, The Leader Who Had No Title, not only applies to you showing leadership in your career, it applies to you showing leadership in your life. Because Gandhi said it really well. He said, every part of your life is connected. He said, if it is not possible to do good in one area of life while you are doing wrong in any other area. And what I'm suggesting to you is, yes, the book is about leadership in your work and playing it wow and being a genius in what you do and doing your part to build a great organization, great communities, great nations. But the book is very much also about you living your potential. There's another line in the book which is potential unexpressed turns to pain. And a lot of people are in a lot of pain right now, and they're unhappy and they're discouraged and they have no energy and they've lost their passion because deep within them, they might not even know it consciously, but maybe it's subconscious, but when they were born they had incredible amounts of passion. They had incredible amounts of potential. I mean, if you look at geniuses are not really born into genius. They're born and then they build the genius through focus, 10 years of concentrated effort, daily deep practice, remaining in an environment that supports the genius and never giving up. And what I'm suggesting to you is if you don't live your potential, if you don't express your absolute leadership best, then that potential will eventually over time turn to pain and you will become discouraged and you will give up and you'll be walking through life in a waking coma like I write about in the book. So the second leadership conversation is really important. It's really all about understanding that what victims see as problems, leaders see as solutions. And I don't think there's been a better time to be in business or alive in the world today. The internet is in its infancy. You can build your brand around the world through social media. You can access amazing amounts of wisdom and knowledge and ideas through the connections that we have through technology. I mean, you can run your business on a BlackBerry. One of our clients, Research in Motion, great innovative company. So what I'm suggesting is right now is a great time to be looking for the opportunities that other people are calling problems. So you build a better team, a better culture, better organization, better business, and a better you. Well, the third leadership conversation, one of my favorite ones, and the teacher there was a former CEO, Jackson Chan. And now he's a simple gardener. And you know that part of the book is fun, it's a little bit riveting, and I loved writing that as well. And what happens in that third leadership conversation, of course, is the stronger your relationships, the better your leadership. Business is about one thing. It's about relationships. It's about people. It's about being acutely helpful. It's about delivering genius-level value to as many people as possible. So the result is you build a fanatical following of people who would never consider doing business with anyone else. Pretty simple. Business is about being acutely helpful to as many people as possible. I did a tweet the other day, which is the best leaders without titles are value generators versus ego gratifiers. Here's what I mean by that. I think it was Truman who said you can get whatever you want so long as it doesn't matter who gets the credit. The more you can leave your ego at the front door every morning when you walk into the workplace and simply focus on developing leaders around you. Focus on seeing the best in other people. Focus on being passionate. Focus on being excellent. Focus on doing genius level work. Focus on helping as many of your customers as possible. If that is your focus versus ego pursuits like how much money will I make, what will my title be, will I get a position, what about the guy next in the office next to me, what if he has a better suit or she has a better purse than I have. The more you can get your mind off those ego pursuits, the more your energy will be invested in doing great work, which will give you all of those things that you wanted. So the third leadership conversation reminds us about people in this world of technology, and I love technology. A lot of our clients, whether it's Microsoft or Research in Motion, are technology companies. Having said that, technology is a servant, and ultimately business is about relationships. We live in a very interesting world. We have more technology than ever before, but in many ways we've lost humanity. So that part of the book and that leadership conversation is all about the importance of building relationships, of creating value, of leaving people better than you found them. I did an interview yesterday on Deepak Chopra's Sirius satellite radio show, and we were talking about this third leadership conversation in The Leader Who Had No Title, and he talked about some research he's done with Gallup. And it was profound. He was talking about how employee engagement just dramatically plummets when people are working in a culture where their boss criticizes them. And he was actually talking about what happens to their energy levels, what happens to people's immune systems, what happens to people's levels of engagement if the culture isn't right. So this third leadership conversation is powerful, all about building relationships, building a leadership culture, seeing the best in people, celebrating people, having fun in your work, and ultimately being a really great person. Which brings me to the fourth and final leadership conversation in The Leader Who Had No Title, which is to be a great leader, first become a great person.